So in 1989, J. Michael Bishop and Harold E. Varmus were jointly awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for their discovery of the cellular origin of retroviral oncogenes. This is just a fancy term for finding out where some cancer-causing genes in some viruses originated from. Obviously not an expert on the subject matter, but I found it interesting. So here goes the first video on finding Nobel Prize-winning research, explaining it to you so that you understand in simple terms, telling you its relevance, and how it has shaped modern medicine as we know it. So before Bishop and Varmus came along, scientists knew that certain viruses could cause cancer in animals. They also knew that these viruses carried special cancer-causing genes called oncogenes. As per, they thought that these viruses actually came preloaded with these bad cancer-causing oncogenes, or that they naturally possessed them. Now, this raised a critical question because the scientists thought, did these viruses actually come preloaded with these genes from the start, or did they steal it from a host? Working together, Bishop and Varmus conducted experiments that led to the discovery that those bad cancer-causing genes that scientists thought naturally came with the virus weren't actually viral in origin. Your own normal, good, healthy genes called proto-oncogenes that the virus stole and mutated into bad cancer-causing genes called oncogenes. Because here is the thing, viruses are genetic thieves. To understand how that happens, you need to understand this. Viruses cannot replicate on their own. They simply do not have the cellular machinery to do so. They have no ribosomes, no mitochondria. Oh, but they have genetic material. They have the blueprints, but they don't have the building materials. And as someone rightly put it, they have the recipe, but they do not have a kitchen, and they do not have cooking equipment. No chef. They make you build proteins, make new copies, and assemble new viruses. How convenient. Sometimes during the process of using your cellular machinery and inserting themselves into your genetic material, they can actually grab a copy of your good genes called proto-oncogenes, remember? And once inside the virus, this good gene that they grabbed from you earlier can actually get mutated or corrupted into bad cancer-causing genes called oncogenes. So that the next time the virus goes to infect another cell of yours and is trying to replicate itself, it can copy that mutated bad cancer-causing gene into your own genes, leading to cancer. Those mutated cancer-causing genes that it has inserted into your own genes makes your cells to go haywire. They no longer follow instructions and they no longer die when they're supposed to. If you don't get it, please don't forget about it because I'm not going to give up until you understand. So here is another analogy. Imagine the virus is a hacker who breaks into your computer, in this case, your own cells, steals your own software codes, in this case, the good genes called the proto-oncogenes, alters and corrupts it in such a way that it's going to cause chaos. So in this case, mutates it, and then reinstalls it back into your system as a malware. So in this case, the bad genes called oncogenes. And then your computer starts running weird programs. It's glitching, overheating, and can even crash because of a corrupted version of your own software. This is just one way that viruses cause cancer, but there are several other ways. That's a topic for another day. Bishop and Varmus's discovery proved that these viral bad cancer-causing genes, oncogenes, were not actually viral. Instead, they were normal cellular genes that were captured, corrupted, and inserted back to cause cancer. This led to a realization and a paradigm shift that our own healthy genes could actually lead to cancer when mutated from anything, not only viruses. So to distinguish between those bad cancer-causing genes and our normal healthy genes, scientists started referring to the healthy genes as proto-oncogenes. Bishop and Varmus's discovery proved that cancer can actually start from the inside when the genetic code that governs how your cells operate becomes mutated. And thanks to them, we now understand that cancer is a genetic disease. Their work has laid the foundation for targeted cancer therapies. Once scientists discovered genes that were behaving badly, they could design drugs to target those bad genes. Also help doctors to diagnose and monitor cancer more accurately. But not only that, their work impacted genetics far beyond cancer because it was a catalyst for understanding things like gene amplification and mutation, and even expanding the Human Genome Project to include cancer-related gene mapping. You see, Michael J. Bishop and Harold Varmus did not just unravel this cancer-causing mechanism. Their breakthrough launched us into a new era of medicine and cancer research, where treatment is not a one-size-fits-all.